Hello folks, welcome to Thruxton Aerodrome by Burning Blue Design. Today we're going to go for a display in the Flying Iron Hellcats. And there's a reason for that, because I've now got the SRS haptic seat attached and working, as well as the DOF Reality H2. And I want to know whether they both work together well or whether it's overkill. Do you really need both? That's kind of the point of this video today. So before we get into this video, which is going to be one hell of an experience, especially flying a display in the H2, it's going to be amazing. A quick word from our sponsor.
FS Academy really does take your flight sim knowledge to the next level. In fact, you'll be greeted by a real-world pilot and instructor which will guide you through a series of different training exercises, from a GA pilot all the way up to being a full airline captain. In these tutorials, you'll get real bespoke sort of instructions, and it will really feel like the pilot is right there beside you. You'll be surprised how much knowledge you'll pick up, even if you're a seasoned veteran like me, or if you're just starting out. There is definitely a training package for you. I'll have links in the description below where you can find FS Academy, and I highly recommend that you give it a go, and it's why they are sponsoring this video.
So welcome back folks, we're going to go for a takeoff here. You will see that the H2 is going to be a lot more powerful, and that is because I've changed my profile. In fact, I've used many of, I think it's Jeff, he's the guru when it comes to settings for this, and I'll leave a link in the description below of the particular profile that I'm using. Here we go then. So straight away, oh my god, dancing on the rudder pedals like crazy. This is crazy fun, and I'm really feeling the vibration through both the H2 and the haptic seat there. And that's exactly how it would feel. The vibration in an aircraft like this would be immense. Right, gear going up now. I'm going to feel that on the transducers on the left and right. And there we go. I've got a very satisfying bump on my left and right thigh. Now it's worth noting, okay, that I realise that the SRS haptic seat is expensive. You're talking around £400 odd. The only thing there is that I will say, comparing this to say the HF8, this has transducers which are a lot more expensive and a lot more powerful. You really feel that kick in the backside. However, I haven't tried any of the haptic seat before, so I can't really comment on whether, you know, this is like loads better than any others. Right then, let's go in for our first manoeuvre. And we're not going to mess around here. We're going to go straight in for a loop. Now, I'm trying not to be too giggly and annoying, guys, because it's, you know, you're just seeing me on YouTube, right? You're not actually feeling what I'm feeling. But it just makes you laugh like crazy. Even now, I'm feeling the tension, not tension, sorry, the acceleration of the seat moving back, and then with the vibration of the haptic seat as well, working together to provide, whoa, an amazing experience. Oh, look at that. Let's just do a quick left and right here. Fantastic. The question remains though for me, and I think I can answer this now, even with this short little flight. Is it worth buying a haptic seat like this if you've already got, say, a DOF Reality motion rig, whether it's an H2, H3 or H6? Hand on heart, no, I don't think it is. And that is simply because the motion rig already provides a very respectable amount of feedback. You can absolutely feel the jolt when you land, and the engine haptic vibration is pretty good, although it's not as good as the seat. It's still pretty decent. However, if you've got, say, £400 kicking around, and you want that extra bit of immersion, then you wouldn't do wrong getting a haptic seat as well as the DOF Reality H2. I think that is the ultimate experience, absolutely, because I can really get such a sense of the feeling of flying an aircraft like this, combined with the VR image of being inside this aircraft. Holy shit. And I don't swear very often, guys. It is absolutely a mind-blowing experience. But is it needed? Do you really need it? No, I don't think you do. Oh my god, this is so good. Right, I'm just going to go in now for another pass here. What we'll do is we'll climb up and then roll onto the display line, so you can really see me getting thrown around. And I haven't got motion compensation sorted yet, still. Sorry guys, I will get it sorted soon, I promise. Oh, I can feel the bumps there as well from the turbulence. That's another thing that the haptic seat does really, you really feel the vibration of the turbulence. But you still can feel that as well with the motion rig, very much so. Whoa! Now let's flip that question on its head. Let's say you can't afford the motion rig, which is the more expensive option. Is it worth getting a haptic seat pad? Well, that's a lot easier to answer. Yes, absolutely. I think a haptic seat pad, even on an office chair, really makes a huge difference to the immersion. So perhaps as a third option for you guys, if you just want to really feel the motion of an aircraft, okay? You want to feel being thrown from side to side like this. You want to feel the thud of the gear still, because this does provide all of those things as well. You want to feel the acceleration as well when you're pulling back on the stick, or perhaps in DCS World on the carrier. All those kind of things, and you have the money, because you're looking at about £2,000 at least, 2.5 grand even, with the SFU upgrade, which I would recommend for the gearboxes, as well as sort of the plate for your honeycomb, Bravo and Alpha, throttle quadrant and all that kind of thing. With all that factored in, you're looking at about 2.5 grand. If you can afford that, then absolutely get the H2, or maybe even the H3 if you want sort of the yaw effect as well. So here we are over the airfield. Look at this beautiful aerodrome by Burning Blue Design. They've done a fantastic job, as always. I think the only thing I could moan about, really, is the fact that many of their airfields are close together. I really would love to see, many airfields spread out across the UK. But I appreciate they are going to these airfields themselves to take all the photographs. So they have to travel around. And that's no mean feat at all, especially if you're going to have to stay in hotels and all that kind of thing. That's going to get quite costly for them. Right, let's get the gear out and come in for a landing now, folks. And I'm feeling that as well kick in. And if I can describe what I'm feeling right now, with the haptic seat I've got 6 transducers, so that means I'm feeling different vibrations all over my back and my thighs as well. But combined with the motion of the rig, it really is the best of both worlds. I feel very, very lucky that I've got both the haptic seat and the motion rig, because combined it's amazing. And I can't wait to see what SRS have got in store, because they are working on a flying profile for this simulator. Because at the moment it still could do with some tweaks. So I can't wait to see what they've got in store for that. So as we come in for a landing, just watch the H2, and it's like an immediate reaction. It's amazing. It will just jolt as we land. Well, depending on how bad my landing is. We'll see. But just watch this. Here we go. Oh, bit of turbulence there right at the last minute. Bit of a long landing. Oh, there we go. Did you see that? And that was actually a very smooth landing. What an experience, guys. I'm telling you now. I am telling you right now, as I ground loop, that I have never flown so much as I have this past few months. With the H2, the haptic seat, the way MSFS is such a beautiful flight sim, I have never flown as much as this. Like, the videos you see on the channel is probably about 20% of my flying. That's how much I love it. There's also something else that I've just realised that I've... Fucker! Oh my god! Right, that wasn't supposed to happen. I'm totally leaving that in the video. I'm totally leaving that for you to see that. What I was about to say, folks, before I just plonked my nose in the ground, is with the vibration of the haptic seat, the little juddering that I mentioned before of the H2 completely goes away because you feel a sort of constant vibration of the engine. So it makes the H2 feel more smoother, if that makes any sense. Anyway, that is my sort of experience using the SRS haptic seat with the H2 from DOF Realty. I think if you can afford both, it is the absolute killer immersion that you'll ever experience. It's amazing. However, having just one or the other is still a really cool sort of experience. And especially since SRS are going to have a flying profile soon for the seat, I'm looking forward to seeing how that pans out. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I really do truly appreciate it, hand on heart, I really do. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.